Hello wonderful people of the internet, welcome back to another episode of Simuleos. Today's going to be an absolutely wonderful day. C252, Jerrylicious, JSPP, thank you guys so much for coming in, I really appreciate it. So, yesterday we had an attempt at making some Fourier visualizations, and I'm gonna be honest, we didn't get very far. I meant to get a lot farther, but like, we just started talking about operating systems, and as you know, if you start talking to a nerd about operating systems, like, they'll go on for hours and hours for no apparent reason. I just learned how to make post requests. Oh, like for databases and stuff. Yeah, it's quite cool. I think I'm fundamentally lacking knowledge in pretty much anything to do with web interfaces. Like, I made a LAMP server once, which is Linux, Apache, MySQL, and Python, Perl, or PHP. It was pretty cool, but that was basically all I've done. What is a Trello card? I saw that on Discord, but I didn't know what Trello was, so I just didn't comment. Where was that? Was that an off topic? No, maybe general? Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, I didn't remember at all, so I just saw like Trello board, and then I didn't actually look into it any further. Okay. The project management system? Yeah, okay, so it's something that I should know more about. Oh, I think you've actually posted this before, now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I believe that you posted it before. I remember it now. Okay. So, a couple things to note. Alright, so as of yesterday, how do I put this? The Trello board you see on Discord is the issue tracker for desktop Trello. Oh, okay, cool. I see it. Desktop Discord client. There's quite some issues. Yeah, seems like it. So, just so that everyone knows what we're talking about here, let me go here and let's go to General and click on this Trello board over here. So this is what I was looking at on my side screen just a second ago. I need to quit using my side screen as much as I have. Like, I really want you guys to see everything I can see, with the exception of, like, you know, email notifications and stuff like that. So here's the Trello board. It is a lot like the GitHub projects board, I think. So I think for now we're okay just using the GitHub projects, but it is very useful for a number of reasons. I can definitely see this being useful. It's very horizontal. Desktop client bugs right there. I'm sure. I mean, don't get me wrong. Oh, look, there are probably a whole bunch of issues everywhere. Try to mimic it. Oh, that's probably fair too. I bet you the boards are probably secondary, and I probably bet Trello came first. That's totally fair. Okay, so as of yesterday, let me just go to twitter.com. Okay, as of yesterday, Folster made a tweet. So let me just go here and let me just go to Folster, right? I didn't notice a tweet until a little bit later, but basically he says, wait a minute, what are we doing? Where are we? Don't you just love it when you get stuck cramming more and more things into your room, so you model your room in convenient space and items in frequency space and solve for the optimal item placement? Just me? Cool. Okay, so that tweet kind of got me thinking. So a long time ago, I made a video. This video was called Socially Awkward Simulations, Learning to Dance with Steve the Kuromoto Oscillator. Alright? Oh, thanks so much for the bits, C2V2, and also thanks for the charity bits before. I totally missed that, but I do really appreciate it. And the charity bits, I think they go to Direct Relief or something like that. I'm not really sure, but I still really appreciate it. It's really cool. Okay. So, what was I going to say? I was going to say, this guy kind of made me think of a new socially awkward simulation. Now, my socially awkward simulation that I have right now on YouTube is currently, I think, my least popular video on YouTube. I'm not going to lie, it's terribly unpopular. Let me just go ahead and go to, I guess, my channel, and let's go to, come on, videos, and I think if I go to sort by most popular, and we go to the bottom, I really think it's going to be one of, yeah, so it's here. So it's one of my least popular videos, slightly more popular than my egg video, but it's still not particularly popular. Now, that said, I don't have too many videos, so maybe it's okay. I mean, there's Gaussian elimination, right? So anyway, it's kind of sort of not that popular, but I wanted to turn it into a regular series, right? So when I made this guy, I made the guy's name Steve Knot, K-N-O-T, to make a joke that he's a knot theorist, but also as knot, as the initial element of the Don't Be Like Steve series, you know what I mean? So now I kind of wanted to make another one, and this guy I wanted to name Steve 1, as in Steve 1, so Steve Knot was Steve Knot, Steve 1 would be Steve 1, Steve 2 would be Steve 2, so on and so forth, you know? So Steve 1, I wanted him to be kind of like this, okay, well I kind of wrote the introduction, right? So let me just see what we got here. So I was gonna open it up like last time. I was gonna be like, hey, this is Steve 1. Despite his name, he's never won anything except for the prestigious title Low-Life Degenerate Who Never Leaves His Room, awarded by his mother. Years of self-loathing and mild depression encouraged Steve to tactically retreat from the real world and instead socialize entirely through memes on the internet. Though mainly sedentary, Steve was successful in generating filth spread throughout his room, and one day, reading shower thoughts of others in lieu of an actual shower himself, he read a motivational quote that really resonated with him. Basically, the idea is that he doesn't actually clean his room, he just tidies everything up in convenient space to make it seem like it's tidy, and that's kind of the entire idea. Now, don't get me wrong, like, I understand Folster isn't, like, filthy or anything like that. Hey, Folster. That wasn't really the point. The point was, what if there is a way to make it seem like he's clean when he's not actually. Anyway, the moral of the story would be, don't be like Steve, like last time. Just get up and do something with your life instead of generating arbitrary transformations to make yourself feel better about the pit you've dug for yourself. And at the very least, just brush your teeth. Something like that. I don't know. This is kind of like the idea I was going to go with. I understand that the Don't Be Like Steve series is kind of like, you know, the meme series, but at the same time, it's one of my favorite videos I made on the channel. Now, I understand that this is an interpretation of Folster's stuff. This isn't actually what Folster said. And that's another thing to keep in mind. Like, I wanted to just be like this really silly guy who just doesn't know what he's doing. That was kind of, I don't know. It was, again, I wanted to make sure I wasn't like jabbing at Folster, because this isn't exactly what who he is or what he was doing. I just wanted to say it. Like, I thought it'd be kind of fun just to have like this guy, because I've always wanted to do a follow-up to the Socially Awkward simulation. Except this time I wanted it to be kind of, oh, how do I put this? About some guy cleaning his room, and I thought of like different ways in which we could do this. One of which would be like a pathfinding algorithm. There we go. That is dependent on the amount of garbage that he has in his room, you know? Like, he throws garbage in areas he doesn't go very frequently, so in principle he could find, like, the optimal path to his closet, or the optimal path to his bed, or the optimal path to his, I don't know, like, computer chair or something like that, just by throwing garbage everywhere else and having it being the only places in the room that actually have a path leading to them. My room is pretty messy, but I have so little stuff that's actually pretty clean. Yeah, I guess that's probably fair. My room is pretty messy, I'm not gonna lie. Because I basically dry my clothes on a drying rack instead of using a dryer. I mean, it doesn't save that much electricity, it's just, that's what I do. Like, I just dry all my clothes on like a hanger, you know? And so all of my clothes are just kind of hanging up in my room. And I'm going to be honest, I don't take them down very much. Like, I only take them down off of the hangers when I'm actually using them. So they're all just kind of sitting there in my room. So if people come into my room, it's just entirely filled with drying clothes, like 24/7. But it's kind of okay. I don't know. We'll figure it out. The thing is, I have all that stuff that's half useful. I don't need it often, but sometimes I don't have too much time to organize my room, since, you know, university takes up time and the other stuff feeling as well. Yeah, that's fair. You can't dry everything anyway. I mean, with a dryer. I find that most dryers that I used to use, at least in the US, would dry everything pretty well. Just not necessarily here in Japan. I don't know. I haven't really tried too many dryers in Japan. The mess in my room is also mostly clothing. Yeah, I think that's generally true for most people. I think clothing is a major mess. Except, I mean, I know some people who, like, they're a bit messier, you know? And that's how it is. That's what I meant. There are clothes you shouldn't put in a dryer. Maybe? I don't know. I don't think I've ever not put clothes in a dryer. I mean, to be fair, I don't think I've ever owned anything with wool in it. Like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I have owned like a wool sweater or something, but I really don't think I have. Basically, I would assume the optimal trash pile algorithm would be construct the minimal spanning tree and place trash at nodes that aren't on the branches of the tree except the leaves. Wait a minute, is this for the convenient space that you were talking about? I have a lot of wool because it gets pretty chilly in rural Vermont. Yeah, that's the thing. I guess I've always lived in a warm area, like Alabama and Okinawa, and I've never really lived anywhere that actually requires heating. I mean, I've said it before here on stream, I genuinely don't like heating. I think the idea of heating, at least wherever I've lived, has just been a bad idea. You know, like, if I go into Oist and it's heated, I don't understand why. Like, I'm wearing shorts when I go outside. So then when I go inside, all you're doing is making it so now I sweat when I go inside, you know? And I think that's true for the most cases. Like, it's either it's so hot that you're sweating, or all it's doing is drying out your skin and not actually helping any. You know what I mean? That's about your interpretation of it. Oh, that would be a different interpretation. What I want to do for the convenient space thing is I genuinely do want to try to find some transformation that allows for people to basically take a 2D space and minimize the amount of rubbish in that space, but I haven't quite figured out how to do that yet. So I figure while we're working on the Fourier transform project, working on the revisions of the chapter and stuff tomorrow and all that kind of stuff. Oh, you wrote, wait, comments of which post? This post? Oh, nice. I will take a look at that in a bit. Actually, maybe I'll take it. I don't know if it has an actual name, but weighted graph space workspace. Oh, I see. I find the end rest areas in real space. Yeah, actually, this is pretty close to what I was thinking about doing anyway. Form a 4D convolutional space. My shower rack is convenient if I'm already in the shower. Yeah, this is pretty close to it. I think this is okay. I hate the summer. To be fair, I think maybe everywhere that I've lived has been a little bit better at dealing with heat than than like cold areas. I've wrote up that convenient space. Yeah, that's actually pretty close to what I was expecting. So I'll take a look at that and I'll see if I can find some more, like if I can work that in. Again, I'm sorry to model your tweet for another socially awkward simulation, because I realized that might be a bit demeaning, but man, I really wanted to do more of those. Like, socially awkward simulations were that was like my favorite, like one of my favorite videos I made on my channel. I really wanted to make it a recurring theory. Whoa, what was that? I really wanted to make it a recurring series, but I kind of failed miserably at that. I got my parents to install a wood stove in my room because last winter it got regularly to be 5 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, I guess that's the thing, right? Like, I really don't mind cold. Like, wherever I've lived before, like, I'm totally willing to just let the room freeze, you know? With the exception of once it's below zero, below freezing, like, I do probably have a little bit of heating on just to keep it so the pipes don't freeze. But honestly, then even when it's below freezing, you just have to kind of let the pipes drip a little bit, right? So I think I'm always okay with it being cold. At least as cold as it gets. But the thing is, when it gets warm, like, I just can't deal with heat. I have to have the air conditioning on. Like, there's no way you can deal with anything above 24.5 degrees Celsius. For me, is just so hot. I start sweating. And it could also be because of the humidity and a whole bunch of other reasons. It's just, I can't deal with it. I got my parents to install a wood stove. It's cool. That was the intent of the tweet anyway. Oh, cool. Fair enough. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started with these animations again. So I'm going to go ahead and CD into projects. Where are we? Projects. Come on, dog. Projects, Simuleos, and FFT, I believe. Yep, and same thing over here. So I'm just going to copy this and put it over here. For example, I have 100% cotton shirt here, and it says, do not tumble dry. Huh. Okay, I don't think I've ever had a shirt like that. I mean, all my shirts, like, this is 100% cotton, I think. I can't tell. I'd have to, like, take it off. But, yeah, I think I've always put them in the washer and dryer. Let's see. I also like the cold, but 27 degrees below freezing is pretty rough. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I don't know what that is in Celsius, so I can't really convert. But it is quite cold. I totally and completely agree. It's just something that I'm totally not used to. I've never lived in an area that gets that cold. And luckily, because of global warming, you won't have to either. No, it's fine. Man, I honestly did just put $50 towards like a climate change charity the other day. I was either yesterday or the day before yesterday. I'm really genuinely concerned about this whole like climate change, global warming thing. Like, it's one of those things that I genuinely want or would like to contribute money towards every year. I think that's negative 20.5 degrees Celsius. I think t-shirts are mostly made out of cotton and polyester. Yeah, I think this is true. But yeah, so as far as the climate change thing is concerned, I just want to say, like, that is one thing that I'm genuinely worried about, and I think everyone should be worried about, but for some reason, like, we're just not. I don't understand what the deal is, but people just don't care. And no matter what you do, like, we can't get people to care. Like, don't get me wrong, my carbon footprint is primarily due to my travel. You know, when I travel in a plane, that is a huge carbon footprint, and I do totally and completely understand that, and I wish I could offset it. But, I mean, there's certain events that I guess I don't have to go to. Like, I don't have to go to my brother's wedding. I mean, that's probably fine. But Um, you always have to ask yourself, what is the worst that can happen? The extinction of humanity, sure, but it seems like this. But see, like this, the nasty humans are gone then. Yeah, no, I totally understand. Like I've thought about that too. Like at some point, I thought about all these charities that people do. Like for example, there is currently a charity going on Twitch that I actually really appreciate. Let me just go to Twitch. The charity is Zeldathon. It's right here. I don't think my volume's on. I really do appreciate Zeldathon, and I'm gonna be honest. I will be watching this most of this week. I am a huge fan of Zeldathon. And they always do Zeldathon, like they always do charities for like direct relief and stuff like this, which are charities that help with like, I don't know, like cancer research or helping people with health or stuff like that. But like if I did a charity marathon like that, it would either be for an open source project that I really appreciate, or it'd be for like climate change or something like that. I just feel like those are, but don't get me wrong, I understand how open source software probably isn't as big of a thing as like directly helping people who are struggling with some sort of disease or something. But on the other hand, I do think that climate change is one of the biggest, I guess, problems that we currently see. And I kind of feel like if I were to open up a charity for a general cause, that would be one of the things that I'd like to work on first. I think the problem is that everyone just tells about climate change, don't really tell people how to offset it. Yeah, I guess this is true. Like, again, when I went to carbonfootprint.org or something like that, let me just look it up, carbon footprint. So there was this thing, carbonfootprint.com, sorry about that. So basically you put in all of your values, so you can calculate your carbon offset. Yeah, I accept whatever, I don't care. So you calculate your carbon offset, for an individual or whatever, and basically what you do then is, let's see, why create an account? Here it is. So then you just kind of put down all the stuff that you've done, so like your flights, your car, your motorbike, your US, and at the end you can actually just offset the amount of money. So let's say I take a flight, and I'm just going to do one flight. So I'm going to do one flight from Okinawa, aka, to, let's say, Montgomery, Alabama, MGM, which is going to be going through, I don't know, Dallas, Fort Worth, or something like that. Yeah, why not? Economy class, calculate and add to footprint. Okay, so now we have 1.91 metric tons of CO2. That's a lot of CO2. We offset that now, and it kind of gives you these ways in which you can offset it. So it's like, here's certified emission reduction. So this is like lowering the amount of carbon emissions from people who are just starting to create their electric grids and everything like that, all this kind of stuff. So it gives you a way to kind of like offset it, planting trees, reforestation, UK tree project, global portfolio, like all these different ways to do it. I know it's really bad that my family heats our house with firewood, but we don't really have any other options. Yeah, I don't know, somehow, I don't know. Like I know that heating is in general way more energy inefficient, I suppose you could say, than cooling, which is weird to me. I always thought cooling would be more energy inefficient, but I don't know. Humans have fundamental issues and are maybe not the species that should rule after all. Maybe try again in a few million years and we have something better, or we have something worse. I don't know. Like it's hard to say, right? Like, I don't know. It is very hard to say, like what is better and what is worse. Like this is all moral, and it's a moral argument of like, will some alien species be better than us? I don't know. I have no idea. I can't tell you that. But I can say that, I was okay with these guys. I tried them out. I put in my global carbon footprint, offset it and stuff like that. There's so many bugs. Why try to fix rather than rebuild? I mean, because we have something that's kind of working right now. And so far as we know, we are the only things that are kind of working right now. We don't know really we don't know of any life really anywhere else. And it's tough. My hope is that AIs we create are better than us. Honestly, I will agree with you there. In my opinion, if like an AI comes in and just has sentience, for example, and is able to like, reprogram himself and or themselves, and I don't know, like if we create an AI that is better than a human, I would kind of sort of say, yeah, take over the world. I'm okay with that. I don't mind. I think it's fine. And I think that's in some ways kind of nice. Because then, we've kind of evolved past physical bodies. We've evolved into the AI is the way I see it. Like we've created the AI, which are now taking over the world. And I think that's okay. I think that's kind of a nice move forward for humanity in a way. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the image that we have. MPV, actually LS, and we're just going to look at frequency 01. I'm going to go ahead and create some images here, or create a new directory, make directory. I'm going to call it, sorry for the yawn. I'm going to call it images, I guess. FFT animation. Yeah, I'm gonna call it images. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and remove star.png. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna open up Julia. And I'm also gonna open up another terminal. And we're just gonna see how this goes. Okay, so we're gonna CD into project Simuleos, FFT. Oops, sorry, that's not how you spell FFT. Let's go from there. So we have the FFT. I'm just gonna go ahead and open up the FFT animation.jl. And first thing I'm gonna do, I did something real dumb here. I'm just gonna plot two things. Okay. Let's just go ahead and remove this plot frequency. Because it's completely unnecessary. I don't even know why I had it to begin with. So let's just go ahead and do there. And we're how about we do plot FFT, I guess. That's what we'll call it. And we're just gonna remove this guy down here. And we'll change this plot FFT. Okay, in here we're gonna say frequency, string lpad, and what I'm gonna do is call this images here, put an I there, and do the same thing here. There, okay, write that, and we're just gonna run over to the Julia shell and include fftanimation.jl. And it should be working. Come on, dog, do your thing. Speaking of AI, I found out that someone made a game based off the paperclip machine problem. It's pretty fun. The paperclip machine problem, that's the one where you just keep clicking, right? Wait, which one is that one? Paperclip machine. I feel like I know this one. I feel like I should know this one. Building machines, paperclips. Oh, maybe I don't know this one. No, I don't think I know this one. Maybe this isn't the one that you're talking about. Hey, Trash Talk, how are you? Let's see, is this guy done? It is done. So let's go ahead and take a look at LS images. And let's just do Mirage. And I guess we'll do frequency space first, since it's first. Images, frequency, 0000.png. Okay, so here's our frequency plot. Seems fine. And there's our time plot. Cool. Okay, so it seems to be working just fine. Now, let's see, how do we want to describe this? So first of all, I think we should probably change the title, update it a bit. Let's see, we should probably find some way to figure out what's going on these y-axes here. So what is going on these y-axes? So we have 2.5 times 10 to the 5th. We should probably normalize that, such that it just goes up to 1 or something like that. So we should probably normalize b and then go from there. So can we just easily normalize something? I don't know. Let's go ahead and try to do a is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. There we go. And we're going to say norm. That's norm. Norm. No. Okay, so they don't have normalize. Let's see. Paperclip machine is really gun. What? Really fun. Because it wasn't getting down to the maximum. Yeah, that's it. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, I know this one. This is one I was thinking of. I just didn't know what it was. So I don't really remember. I think you just changed the... I really remember how to play this thing, but I know that some of my friends have been really addicted to this before. Like, I know a lot of people have gotten really into this. I just don't really remember. Raise. Each paperclip will be, I don't know, 50 cents. That seems reasonable. And then we'll make a paperclip. And we'll just keep making paperclips. That's dumb. Supply and demand won't allow that. Okay. Okay, so we have this kind of working. That's good. So let's go ahead and make these plots a little bit nicer in a whole bunch of different ways. So the first thing I want to do is go ahead and say b down here. B is going to be equal to the absolute value 2 of FFT of A, and then we'll just plot B afterwards, so we can very easily normalize B. Okay, so now let me see if we can find a way to normalize it. Hey Rotten GG, I really like your video on Maxwell's Demon. Yeah, so that was actually one of the first videos we did from this Twitch channel. So that was the first, I guess you could say, simulation we did on Twitch before moving it on to YouTube. And I think that was pretty good. I think it was the thing that motivated me to continue making videos, because I think that was the first, I would say, good video I put on my channel. And then since then, I kind of deleted all my old videos and started putting up videos that were, I would say, much higher quality than the previous videos I used to put out. And honestly, I'm very happy with the videos I have been putting out recently. But yeah, I'm really glad that you like the Maxwell's Demon video. And I hope you stick around for future videos. I think we're going to start doing more videos for video's sake in 2018, or 2019. In 2018, pretty much all of our videos were tied to algorithm archive content, which is good, don't get me wrong. But I think maybe we'll start doing some more videos on top of that. Discord, by the way. Oh yeah, if you have not already, go ahead and check out our Discord. Okay. So I'm going to very quickly change something on my side chat. So just give me 2 seconds to do that. And it looks like, yeah, we are good to go. Okay, cool. So we have this working. So basically now all I want to do is normalize B. Now the thing is, I swear there's a way to normalize like an array already in Julia. Normalization Julia, but I'm not sure. Do you want some Firefox or Chrome test? Oh, yeah, sounds good. Let's see, what do we have here? Normalization, Julia, Lang. Firefox. Interface, normalize, norm, development. Let me see what we have here. Everyone came out to say Firefox. Hey, Blueberry King. Let's see. I'm guessing we just create our own normalize function. I think that's probably fine. So let's pop up here and let's see what we can do. I'm gonna do norm function, and we're just gonna call it norm here, and we're just gonna read in some sort of array, and we'll call it A. Why not? So it's gonna be B. No, A, I'm sorry. And there. And we're just going to say for I equals 0 or 1 to length of A and that. And we're just going to sum everything up. So we're going to say sum equals 0, sum plus equals, and I guess it's just going to be A of I. And then we're just going to divide all the elements in A by that sum. So A divided by sum. And I think this should work okay. So if we do B equals norm of B, I think this should work, but we'll give that guy a go. Include FFT animation, comma or something. What am I missing? What am I missing? Let's go to 20. Norm of B, that should work. Maybe I just do norm B? What? Okay, what's going on here? Come on, dog. Give me something. Let's see. Open link over here. Let's see what we got here. Object-oriented method inlined. Oh, this seems like something I'm not gonna... Preparation code, Firefox test, variant 1. What is this guy? Chrome, variant 1, variant 2. Oh, dumb. I misread. I read dumb as Chrome, which is totally not fair. Chrome mobile, Firefox. Okay, so operations per second. Oh, so we want these values to be high. That seems fair, I guess. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's quite nice. It's actually quite good then. So it means that Firefox has actually blown Chrome out of the water when you think about it. Okay, well, nice. That's pretty good. Oh, sorry for the yawn. What do we have here? Wait, the graph looks like Firefox is much better. Yeah, I know. That's exactly what I was kind of surprised about that, but I think it's fine. I think that's maybe what we should expect. Let's see. Stats and calling functions. Look down browser scope. Let's see. Yeah, my own runs confirmed that. Yeah, that's about what I was expecting too. Honestly, ever since Firefox, I believe Quantum, I think everything from there has been pretty good. So what is the deal here? We say norm of V. Come on. Missing comma or parentheses in arguments list. How? Am I just seriously screwing up on Julia syntax? I mean, come on. We take B is equal to absolute value. Oh. Alright, what am I doing? B is equal to absolute value 2 of FFT of A. That is ended. Okay. Plot B. Yep. Alright, come on. Also ended. Ah, there's an extra one down here. Why? I think I forgot. I think I did something dumb. Oh, that was me being an idiot. That's okay. Would you want to make the room cleaning problem a crossover project, as in we both do a video on it and link each other's videos about it at the end? Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind this just being something where I shout out your channel if you don't mind that too. Like, I mean, there's no reason to make, it seems to me like it's a single video type of thing. But if you wanted to make a video on it, that's also totally fair. You can make a video on it too. And then I can just find something else for the socially awkward simulation. There's absolutely no big deal. Like, any way you want to do it, that's fine. As far as the crossover project is concerned, again, like, usually the way these work is like, this sounds weird, but the way that the collaborations usually work, right? Like, you want to be featured on the other person's channel because that's where you get the most visibility. Viewing or having people on your channel doesn't give you much visibility at all. Does that make sense? Like, if I put Grant on one of my videos, for example, as opposed to me being on one of Grant's videos, where Grant is the person that makes 3 blue, 1 brown, then it's kind of weird, right? Because it would be much better for me to be on his channel than for him to be on my channel. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, you get most of the benefits if I just make a video and shout you out. But on the other hand, I do understand it's your IP or whatever you want to say, and I understand if we can make a good collaboration, this also makes sense. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't mind. I don't mind however you want to do it. But if there's a good reason to make it a collaboration, that makes sense. But I think it also makes sense as a standalone video. So I don't mind just, like, in the video being like, hey, Folster came up with this. Or I even don't mind if you want to turn it into like an actual collaboration video where we like say lines back and forth. Like, that'd be really cool. Where like I say something, then you say something, and then like we kind of have the 2 people talking together in the same video. I've been wanting to make a video like that for a while, and I think that'd be kind of nice. Let me go ahead and get some water. And then later, you know, down the road, whenever you want, you just make a video and I feature in that one. Does that make sense? Like, there's no reason to like do the opposite end of the collaboration now. We could just kind of like wait a few months or something like that. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. What do we have here? Chrome is also like super invasive. On a Mac, you can close an application by pressing Command Q. Every application just closes them except Chrome. Chrome says hold Command Q to quit. Oh yeah, I agree with you. There was stuff like that that happened on Chrome that I just kind of felt were a little weird. And I agree. I do prefer Firefox to Chrome in most cases. There are a few things that I don't like Firefox for. And that is for some reason the fonts are kind of funny in certain cases, and I have to kind of figure that one out. But everything else is pretty good. Okay. They're getting into Facebook-like stuff right there. Yeah, I don't know. Facebook, I also don't like Facebook, but like I have to use it. My family uses it, and there's nothing I can do about it. You know, the only way I can contact my family is via Facebook. So is there frequency space? That clearly didn't do what I was expecting it to do. So let me modify this a bit, and let's try that again. So I'm going to say B equals norm of B, and we're going to say A is equal to A over sum, and we're just going to return A. And we're just going to try this. And let's go there. Include fftAnimation.jl and go from there. I like the idea of featuring myself on your channel, but I don't want to inject myself like that. That's also fine. Like, I totally understand. Like, I'm not trying to force you to do anything you don't want to do. I don't have a lot of tabs, but I don't like the way Firefox scrolls the tabs instead of stacking them really small. Yeah, I also agree with that. At least use this then. What is this? Facebook container. I have this already on, I think. You told me to put that on a while ago. Okay, so let's do... what am I going to do? Mirage frequency? 0.5. Yep, so this looks pretty well normalized then. All right, I'm happy enough with that. Cool. So now all we have to do is update the plot, you know, like the XY axes and a bunch of stuff like that, and then we can get these animations really working. I guess there was a question mark in there. Oh yeah, I think so. Especially since I don't really have much content of my own. Yeah, that's also fair. I mean, up to you. If you wanted it to be where I feature on your channel so you have more stuff, I get that too. Your call. I don't mind. I guess there was a question mark in there. Let's see. Good job, question bot. Yeah, I like question bot. He's nice. Or she's nice. It's nice. Question bot is nice. I like question bot. I like most of the bots. They're all nice. Not just because they're going to rule the world someday. Like, I just like the bots. Okay, man, my mouth is like, I'm like super sticky today for some reason. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so we've got basically the plots ready to go. So now all we need to do is, again, update like the XY axes, put like a nice title on the top, all that kind of stuff. And I know that sounds really boring and annoying and monotonous, but that's what it is. Let's go. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the plots ready. And then I want to do a kind of special animation. Something that's a bit different than the animations we were doing before. So the idea would be that we, well, okay, so the idea is we have a sine wave. It kind of moves big, it gets big and small, right? And then after we, make it big and make it small again, we're then going to just add multiple additional, I guess you say multiple additional waves to it. And then we kind of work from there. Does that make sense? Like, at the start, we'll have one sine wave, looks like this. Or like this for you guys, I guess. And then after that, after we've kind of made this big and after we've made this big and small again, so we have like a very large number of frequencies. Okay, I'm not making any sense. Let's try this again. So here we have our initial sine wave. Bam, there's our initial sine wave. It gets very small, like we have a whole bunch of waves, and then it's gonna go back here. And then once we get back to this stage, I just want to add multiple waves to it so that we can see multiple peaks in frequency space, and we can go from there. That's what I wanted to say. That's all I wanted to say. We just want to have, show that with multiple peaks in frequency space, we can more easily discern the differences between different waveforms. Man, I'm not able to describe this at all. I'm so sorry. I'm doing a very bad job, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try to make this make more sense. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to look at a previous version of my Julia script that does some plotting, so that I can kind of sort of figure out what I want to do with these plots. So let's go into VI, and I'm going to go into, I think, directory back and go into split operator method, and then I think it's splitop.jl, I believe, and we should have a plot in here. PyPlot, yep. Plot, here it is. This is what I'm looking at. Okay, so we're going to say P is equal to plot here, and then we're just going to plot there. So we're going to say P is going to be equal to plot, and then we put in all the parameters here. So we have x-axis, and the question is, where did I define x-axis? I'm not really sure. So let me see where I've defined that. Oh, I defined it up there. Okay, so we'll kind of take a look at this. Let's see, what do we have here? I'm going to try to program a compiler with no error messages. It just doesn't compile. How about I try to make some content on it of my own, then pass it on to you, see if you have some stuff you would add. If you did, we can feature the video on your channel as an awkward simulation. Otherwise, I'll just keep it on my own content. Yeah, just keep it on your own content then. Don't worry so much about it. There's no reason to, how do I put this? There's no reason to force a collaboration if it doesn't make sense. Like, if you want to make a video on it, make a video on it. I'll find something else to make a video on. It's not as big of a deal. We have a lot of content that I need to make videos on right now. So I'm significantly behind on my YouTube creative process. Like, I've got so many videos that I need to make, so that's okay. Hey Gathros, thanks for coming in. Does that make sense? I don't know what I'm trying to say anymore. Okay, so let's go ahead and make this work. What actually am I doing here? I don't understand what any of these are. So we have label equals wavefunction density, legend equals top, background black, size 1920 by 1080, line width 20. Okay, that all kind of makes sense. What is this 4 times density right here? What is the density? Oh, I see. So the density is going to be our x-axis. Okay. So then what's this plot? Plot P, x-axis, real operator V. What is this 4 times density doing here? Oh, I just wish I knew this. Hey, everybody. Sir Komodo, thanks for coming in. Same with Gathros. What's going on? We're still working on the FFT animations. I'm just working on the plotting right now. So we're going to say P is equal to plot. And before I had this x-axis, which I defined for the plot. Now my question is, do I need that in this case? And I think I probably do, now that I think about it. So let me take a look at these plots that we have over here for the split operator method. I'm going to go into Mirage, and I'm just going to pop back a directory to split operator method. And we're going to go into any of these images. So I guess it's density 00000.png. Let me just take a look here. So we have 0, -2, 0, 2, 4. Wave function density trapping potential. That's about what I was expecting. I'm gonna just keep it on myself and see if I can make it work. If I can't, I'll pass it on to you. Okay, yep, fair enough. That sounds good. Okay. So here's the plots that we had for our split operator visualization, and I think again we're going to be keeping something pretty similar here. Okay. Now the question is, I don't know what this 4 times density thing is in the plot function that we have. So I'm gonna have to take a look and figure that guy out. Split off to JL. Let's just go down to plot. I'm sorry, I'm so bad at this, guys. Okay. Okay, so I guess we plotted 4 times the density. Okay, I know what we did then. And then we plotted again on top of that the trapping potential. So I think that's what we did, and I think that's fine. Okay, so now we want to do basically the same thing here. So we're going to plot, and I guess it's just going to be the x-axis, which I haven't really defined yet. And here we defined it as I over par.resolution times 2.0 times par.max minus par.max 4. I equals 1 to par.resolution. Now the question is, why did I do that? So we have some sort of resolution. Do we need to modify the x-axis? I've got a feeling we can probably leave the x-axis as is. So we're going to say A, and then we're going to say it's going to be label equals, and here we're going to call it, the label is going to be equal to, what should we call it here? I guess we'll call it, I don't know. Have you seen the PewDiePie YouTube Rewind likes? I have not. What do we have here? But it's actually good. What? Okay, I don't know. Oh, 1.3 million. That's not bad. It apparently just came out. So yeah, that's pretty good. I'll take a look at it maybe after stream or something like that. Sometimes I enjoy a PewDiePie video. It depends. Time, domain. Say time domain. Here. And let's see, we're going to say legend. Again, like before, legend equals top. Yeah, okay, this should be fine. Legend. Where are we? Top. Background. I guess the background should still be white. It should still be fine. Size should be 1920 by 1080. I don't think we necessarily need that. Do we need a line width of 20? No, but we might want a line width of 2. Width equals, we'll do 5. See how this looks. Okay, and now what we're gonna do is, actually we can probably just do DDP down here, and we can just do DD there, and we can say plot that, and I want to do the same thing down here. Paste, and instead it's just gonna be plot B with these particular values. And let's just go ahead and move this down to the next line and see how this looks. Oops. Let's go there and let's pop over here. Include FFT animation.jl. Hopefully it runs. And then all we have to do is kind of figure out what we want to put down for the X and Y axes. And that should be fine. I mean, have you implemented it? What are we talking about here? 1.8 million views and 1.3 million likes. Oh, that's actually not bad. Let's see. Made things more clear. That's an insane like-dislike ratio. How about the like-view ratio? Yeah, that means that most people who viewed it actually gave it a like, which is kind of remarkable when you think about it. PewDiePie, like, don't get me wrong, like, I understand a lot of people don't like his content, and I understand why you wouldn't like his content. His content is kind of hit and miss a lot of the time. Yeah, okay. So I think maybe having a width of 5 was a little bit too much. So let's go ahead and try doing this again. So we're going to say width of 5. We're going to change the line width of just 2 or something like that. So again, say what you like about PewDiePie's content. I mean, again, you either like him or you don't like him. But I will say that the subscribe to PewDiePie meme is probably my favorite meme of 2018. Like, the fact that people are putting subscribe to PewDiePie on these giant billboards when he's like the #1 subscribed channel on YouTube, and like they put him on Times Square and all this kind of stuff, it's just crazy. It is crazy the amount of stuff that people are doing for this subscribe to PewDiePie meme. It's just funny. Like, I don't know why, I just find it really, really funny. And they're playing it up too. Like, there was this one thing where Markiplier, he spent like 40 minutes just saying subscribe to PewDiePie, and it was just really funny. His last video is 4.9 views and 431k likes. his last video. Oh, yeah, that's probably about right. I would say that most people don't naturally like or dislike a video. However, his can I get 1 million dislikes and can I get 1 million likes videos, those were pretty funny. He's just going around some town in the UK and he's not wearing a shirt and he's just like, can I get 1 million likes or whatever? And it's the funniest thing because like every time people look at him, he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, this is for a video. Just don't judge me. It's just the funniest thing. He did a really good job of just making that actually kind of funny and clever. Okay. So we have, for eyes, let's see, 1 to time steps. What we're going to do is eyes 1 to time steps times 0.4. So we're going to say divided by 4. So let's do 1 div. Oh, come on, dog. I can do this. Div of time steps 4. All right. And basically I'm going to do a very similar thing, I think, for all of these guys. For eyes. No, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do 1 to time steps here. And I'm just going to go ahead and put some if statements in here. And we're going to say if I is less than time steps. Let's do div of time steps and 4. All right, something like this. Then we're going to do the following. And let's just go and end here. All right, and let's add some spaces in here. And actually, in fact, I think I can just change A here. Yeah, I think I can just change A here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to do a quick yank, or D8D, and I'm going to paste that down here. And I'm just going to do some 4x's. 4x. Oh, hello there. Let's try that again. 4x. 4x. Come on. Okay. So basically what I'm going to do is, depending on the time step that we're on, I'm going to modify A so it's slightly different. And then we're going to basically kind of perform the Fourier transform and show that the frequency space image changes and all that kind of stuff. Let's see. People are going to great lengths for the memes. Yeah, they are. It's really funny. It's so funny. I don't know why. I thought I heard about someone. Oh yeah, saying PewDiePie 100,000 times. Just the guy, Mr. Beast he's just a beast. It's funny. It's so funny. People are going to great lengths for the name, for the meme. Holy crap, that's crazy. And honestly, PewDiePie is doing pretty well in the war right now. For like the past 3 weeks, the sub gap has stayed over 1 million. This is true. However, I'm going to be totally completely honest. The sub gap is decreasing by about 100,000 views or 100,000 subscribers per day. Something like this, 100,000 to 50,000, somewhere in this range. So in about 10 to 20 days, he will be surpassed by T-Series based on the current trends. I think, for some reason, I'm keeping track of this. Why am I keeping track of this? Anyway, point is, it does look like he's going to be overtaken soon. And it is what it is. 36 million people on Earth are completely blind and disabled. 20 million doesn't want to see. I don't know if it's true. I just heard the stats recently. It's like religion. Yeah, the sub gap is definitely lowering again. Yeah, William Osman made a Mr. Wait, I don't know what that means. Let's see. I think the war has less to do with PewDiePie or T-Series. I think it's more about YouTube. YouTubers, the individuality making their own destiny versus faceless companies, which I don't think that any people outside of YouTube understand. Yep, I do understand. I understand that completely. Like, don't get me wrong. Again, PewDiePie, again, whether you like him or hate him, he is a YouTuber. T-Series is not really. It's like the Hollywood of India. In a way, don't get me wrong, like Bollywood of India. It is Bollywood dancing. Like, it's one of the largest Bollywood dancing conglomerations, I guess, in India. That's what it is. So, like, there's no way that PewDiePie can compete against this because India just has so many people and so many people are interested in this. It's just not possible. But I don't know. People are just so used to it now. They're so used to PewDiePie being the #1 channel on YouTube. It's weird. I mean, if you average the number of videos PewDiePie makes every day across his entire career, it is higher than 1. He makes more than 1 video per day, every day, for his entire YouTube career, for 10 years on the platform, however many years he's been on the platform, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, whatever. He's been making more than 1 video a day, and that's kind of crazy, because I can only make 1 video every 6 weeks, you know? And that's if I'm pushing it. You know, it's hard. Exactly that. It's about YouTube becoming less individual. Mr. Beast's robot car that rolls around and says subscribe to PewDiePie. Yeah, that's pretty good. It sounds like William Osman. Let's see. When T-Series takes over, I'll jump over to I don't know what that means. I do not know what that means at all. Okay, so now I'm going to do another else if. And we're going to do I is less than something like this. 1 second. And we're just going to do yank here, paste there. And I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, let's see. It should be, what are we doing here? So this is the overall frequency that we're modifying. So we'll do maximum frequency times I divided by time steps. So let's see if we can get this right. So this should be time steps over 4. Time steps over 4. Something like this. I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this one bit. I'm not liking this at all. Okay. Okay, let's go. So this should be time steps over 4 again. And what I'm going to do is I'm not liking this at all. Okay, let's go. So we're going to say frequency I, and it's going to be I minus time steps over 4. See, that's what I don't like. I can't get this on the same line. It's just, no matter what I do, it's just garbage. Yeah, that is going to be hard to, Not liking this. Oh, this is the worst spacing ever. Okay, it doesn't matter. What is that? Is a video hosting service that uses peer-to-peer web torrent technology in order to diffuse, redistribute, and ease bandwidth and issues of centralized streaming. What about PeerTube? I've been thinking about using PeerTube, honestly. What do we have here? H2 Strike Lua. No, it's not Lua. It is Julia, but pretty close. Let's see. Your videos also take a lot more effort than his. I don't know if they take a lot more effort or not. I mean, PewDiePie's videos take a lot of effort. Okay, maybe that's not true. Some of his videos take a lot of effort. Some of them don't take much effort, but he's just a genuine guy that's nice to talk to. But yeah, so I've been looking into PeerTube recently. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to, like, change my YouTube channel. Just make your font smaller. Just make your terminal a tiny bit bigger. Wait, what are we talking about? I can't make the terminal any bigger, guys. Like, this is as big as I think I can make it. Okay. So we're going to do 2 times max frequency, I minus time steps over 4. I think that should be correct. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing here. So let's do else if, and we're going to say I is less than div of time steps 4. And actually, we want to do 2. And then we're going to say, and I is greater than div of time steps 4. Wait, what? Yes, that's correct. That's what I want. I should probably put the greater than over there. So let's do a DT here, and let's paste it here. And then we're going to put this there and there, something like this. 1 second, I'm working on it. Oh, Nuffly, thank you so much for the host. Really appreciate it. Okay, so we're going to do else if here, and we're just going to yank paste, and then we're going to say else if I is greater than div time step 2 and less than div time steps. We're going to do 3 times. Is this correct? No, I'm doing something dumb here. What am I doing dumb here? So if it's less than this, oh, I see. I did that wrong. So let's go here and let's do this. This should be up here. All right. So this is saying if we are less than half but greater than 1/4, which is what we want here. So we're saying greater than 1/4, so greater than or equal to 1/4, I guess. And then we're going to say that. And then if we are greater than 1/2, greater than or equal to 1/2 here, and then we're going to do an else here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do, let's see what I want here. I'm going to do yank to yank, and we're going to paste it down here. Okay. And so the idea now is that we're moving up again. in frequency. So basically the idea is we're going to increase in frequency, decrease in frequency. Then we're going to increase in frequency with multiple frequencies and then decrease in frequency with multiple frequencies. So that's what I'm trying to plot here. Hey, Nuffly, how are you, man? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Let's see. I said man, but like I keep saying that. How are you, person? How are you? LWSN, hi. How are you? Okay, so let's see. I'll just make your font smaller. I can make the font way smaller if you want. Here, I can make the font real small. Is that small enough? Okay, let's just keep going. Okay. LUL, it's amazing. I'm amazing. Oh, thanks. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna do D2D, U, D. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this working. So we have time step over 4. I'm gonna do, how about yank 3 yank? I just don't like this at all. I just do not like this one bit. The spacing here is just all messed up. Doesn't really matter. Okay. So I believe this should in principle work. So let's just go ahead and run this as is. And let's increase the number of time steps from 10 to, let's say, 20. 20. Okay. So this means for the first 5 time steps, we should be increasing. For the next 5 time steps, we should be decreasing. Okay. So let's go ahead and run this on Julia. Include FFT animation. Else if instead of else if. That's totally fair. Wait, where? Where? Oh, I see. Let's try that again. Okay, almost there. So this should create 20 plots, and it should be in the first 10 plots. A not defined. Ah, that's totally fair. So I need to go up here and say A is equal to, what do I need to make A equal to? I guess I'm just going to say A is equal to this. Can I do this? Am I allowed to do that? I don't know. We'll try it out. Okay, we'll see what happens. I just got an SSD. Oh man, this error message. Unit range in 64. What is your deal? No method matching plan FFT. Array any one. Unit range int 64. Okay, what is your deal? 37. Okay. What's the next? What's the next error? 52. No, that's not going to work. 50. Nope. 29? Oh, this is probably the reason then. So I'm just going to go and do yank to yank. Here. Paste it down here. Paste it down there. Let's try this now. Include FFT animation. What did I miss here? I just got an SSD. Can't wait to install it. Oh, cool. Yeah, SSDs are way faster than hard drives, or like standard hard drives. So, good luck. Let's see. Like, more parameciums. Tier 1. Thanks for the bit. CT52. Really appreciate it. National Geographic. Okay, so that one seemed to work. Let's take a look and see what happened. Explorer completes historic Antarctic trek. Oh, nice. Good for them, man. Cullen O'Brady finished a solo, unaided journey across frozen continent. I didn't realize that was the first time. Why is this historic? First ever solo, unsupported, unaided. Ah, I see. That's quite cool then. Good for him. I wish I could do something like that, but I am too lazy, as you might say. Red Barf, good luck. Wait, what are we good lucking here? We're pulling 300 pounds of supplies? Yeah, I know, it's super crazy. People are crazy. Like, I would never do that. I might swim across the Pacific, but I would never do that. I've actually thought about, oh, okay, what happened here? So 1, 2, 3, 4, here's 5. Okay, but then it goes back. What is going on here? Okay, well, let's see what's going on. So here's the frequency. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it goes back down, and then it increases again. Oh, okay, well, maybe I'm doing something dumb here. And then it's just super big. There's no way we're going to see anything there. Okay, so I did something dumb here. So I think what I wanted to do was time steps over 4 minus I. I think I wanted to subtract it this way. Something like this is what I was actually looking for. Okay, so now we want to go up again. So what we're going to do is 2 times max frequency divided time steps over 4. But this time I'm going to do... Oh, how do I do this then? So this is going to go up to time steps minus 4 minus I. No, that's not going to work either. It should be time steps minus time steps over 4. How about it's time steps over 2? Minus I is probably what it's going to be. Time steps over 2 minus I. Yeah, that's probably correct. Okay, so now let's try plotting this. Include ffcanimations.jl. Give it just a second to run. And so we should see the first 10 time steps kind of working now. Medellin, thank you so much for following. Really appreciate it. Sorry that I missed that before. Let's see. All those error messages. The Red Sea. Yeah, that's about right. Pulling 300 pounds of algorithms. Huh. Yeah, it'll happen. One day. One day we'll have pounds of algorithms. Yeah, look at that. All right. The first 10 time steps are okay. So we're seeing the frequency increasing, and then we're seeing it decrease again. So that's the first animation I want to do. So let's go ahead and take a look at that in real space, or in the time domain. Come on, where are you? There. So we see it increasing, and then we see it decreasing again, back to its initial state. Good. Okay. So now we have to do the cool stuff here, which is adding in multiple frequencies. And this is going to be a bit weird, I think. I think if you printed the algorithm archive, it might weigh a pound almost. It depends on what you print. You know, like if you're printing all the algorithm implementations, you're correct. It's going to be like really big, I think. But if you don't include all the algorithm implementations and you just do like one Julia version of the algorithm archive, it's probably more or less okay. You know, we'll see how it goes. I think if you printed the algorithm archive, thanks, Simbot. And obviously JSPP for linking the algorithm archive. Okay, the whole internet only weighs a couple of grams, so pounds. Algorithms would be impressive. Yeah, that's fair. Hey, Coding with Ethanol, how are you, man? Okay, so we're gonna do else if. So now we're gonna increase it again. Let me go ahead and get the time frame here right. And I think what I'm gonna do actually is down here I'm gonna say I'm gonna create an auxiliary variable just called step so that we know what it is. So we're gonna say step is gonna be equal to 2 plus max frequency. Here, I think is what I'm looking for. 2 plus max frequency. Oh, how about we say frequency? We're just going to call it frequency. All right? So this will be easy to figure out. So the frequency is going to be 2 plus max frequency here. And then this helps us out a good bit. Right? So because we know that this is going to be changing with time, all I need to do here is change this to... Actually, one second. I think I forgot a parentheses. I did forget a parentheses. Let's go over here, there. And so if I change this to frequency, this allows us to put it all on one line and actually saves us some time. So we're going to change this to frequency, and then we're just going to put it all in one line. DD there. Okay, cool. And we're going to do the same thing up here. So we're just going to do freak is going to be equal to this guy in here, which should still be divided by res. Wait, do I need to divide it by res? What am I doing here? 2 plus max frequency times I. That's actually what I'm looking for. Right here. Yes. And let's go down here and let's go ahead and change that to frequency. Okay. And now we're going to add the 4 over here. So we can just put it all in the same line and DD there. Okay. So now basically we're defining the frequency of our sine wave, and we're going to go up and down. Let me just compile this in Julia, make sure it works. What do we have over here? I have no intuition whatsoever about how much a pound weighs. Honestly, I don't either. Like, I kind of know what it weighs, but I'll be honest, I've been lifting more metric weights than I have imperial weights recently in the gym. So like I have a better understanding of like what 5 kilos means than I do an understanding of like what 5 pounds means. Yep, okay, so the first 10 time steps are correct. So let's go here and let's define some frequency here. So we're going to say frequency is going to be equal to 2, because it has to be 2 pi, and then we're going to do plus the maximum frequency, which is whatever frequency we want it to end on, times. All right, so here's where things get a little bit tricky. Before we wrote time steps over 2 minus I divided by time steps over 4. So this is going to be a bit weird to figure out, and we gotta kind of think about this a bit. It depends on how you store information. If you print it with paper, the internet would be very heavy. Yeah, that's true too. Oh, one more thing. How did you get code dev working on Arch? What do you mean, how did you get CUDA dev? Oh, CUDA dev. I just installed CUDA. What? No. You literally just do sudo pacman -s CUDA. That's all you have to do, and it works. This NVC, yeah, of course it works standalone. So honestly, I have no idea how to. I've never used an IDE for this type of stuff. I always just use Vim and then NVCC. Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. You're trying to have an IDE that works with it. Honestly, I don't know what IDE works best with NVCC. I haven't tried an IDE with it before. Let's see. Depends on how you store information. If you print paper on the internet, let's see. I think we should back up streams by printed every single frame on a sheet of paper. I think this is a good idea. Now that you think of, now that you mention it. How did you get CUDA Dev working on Arch? 1 pound is about the weight of 1 pint of water. I don't know what a pint is. I have no idea what a pint is. Wanted to do some work with it, but it makes me install a Visual Studio package. Huh. Interesting. Okay. 1 second. Yes, I don't know anything about this Visual Studio stuff. Honestly, I didn't even know that Visual Studio is really like encouraged to use on Linux systems. I thought that people didn't like using it. A pint is a small ice cream container in the US. Okay, so I only really buy gallon ice cream containers, so I don't know. But I think I know what we're talking about now. Okay, so let's go ahead and work here on the frequency. Yeah, I'm sorry coding with ethanol. I can't really help. I'm not used to using IDEs here. Okay, so what we want then is time step divided by 4. So what we're doing is I will be between time steps over 2 and time steps over 4, right? Or 3 time steps over 4. So what we're going to want then is we're going to want to have some sort of I minus time steps over 2, right? Something like this. So this will put us between, and then we divide that by time steps over 4. Time steps, come on, I can spell something, over 4. Something like this is what we're looking for. And then that should be the frequency. So let's go ahead and change that there. And then we can go here and we can say sine of frequency. Okay, and then we need to do something quite similar here. So we're going to do dd, oh, sorry, that, yank and paste it down here. And in this case, it's going to be between 3/4. Wait, what? What is this guy? 3 times 4. Wait, what is this guy doing? 3 times div time steps over 4 is what I meant to do there. Okay, so let's pop down here and we're going to say the frequency is 2 times, and it should be time steps. I'm going to say minus I. Okay, and it should be time steps minus I. Is this correct? Time steps over 2 minus I, time steps minus I. Yeah, this should be correct, I believe. So we're going to change this to frequency down here. And what we should see now, if this is correct, what we should see is we should see our frequency space image moving forward and back and then forward and back again, right? And so for a sine wave image, we should see like basically a slow sine wave increasing in frequency, decreasing in frequency, then increasing again. That's what we're looking for here. Let me go ahead and write this. Let's try the FFT animation, please work. Okay, it's not popping up any errors yet. What headphones do I use? Honestly, I don't know. I bought them off of Amazon. They're like some weird Panasonic brand. They're super easy. I just prefer the in-ear headphones to out-of-ear headphones. I don't really know why. It's just what I prefer. They're not particularly good headphones. They're just headphones. So forward, back, forward, back. Yeah, all right. So here's what's happening in the time domain. So it's going high frequency, low frequency. Oh, okay, that was a bit different. High frequency, low frequency. But it ends on 2 pi for some reason. So that's something we need to kind of look into. Yeah, okay, so for some reason it goes lower and higher than I was expecting. So I need to figure that guy out. But for the most part, we are going low to high, so that's okay. As far as headphones are concerned, like I've got different pairs of headphones kind of lying around. I don't like the over-the-ear headphones because like that typically requires you to have headphones over both ears. And I actually don't like having headphones over both ears. Sar9X, thank you so much for following. I apologize that I missed that about a minute ago. So like doing this, I don't know why, but I get massively paranoid if I have both headphones in. I don't know why, I get really paranoid about it. So if I do get like the over-the-ear headphones or like the headset or something like that, I'm gonna have to like get a headset that basically only goes over one ear. You know, like those ones that kind of like, they don't go over this ear, they have like this weird thing over here. I don't know. Like I just prefer only one ear in at a time. I don't know why. What's the sample rate? I have no idea. I don't know anything about headphones. Why not open back headphones? Yeah, so I've thought about these too, But the in-ear ones are just kind of, I'm used to them. I think they're kind of comfortable. It's nice. I think they're pretty good. A pint is half a liter, so a 2-liter bottle is about 4 pounds. Whew. Okay. A pint is half a liter. Is that true? I don't think a pint. How much is a pint? Pint. I think pints depend on where you are. It's a U.S. pint, but actually I think there's different types of pint. Oh, quarts? U.S. fluid ounce. Oh, I don't know. I feel like there's one unit that's weird. So 1 liter is equal to 2 pints. And use 500 milliliters and you're fine? Yeah, that's fair. I mean, again, I don't disagree with what you guys are saying. I completely understand that imperial measurements are weird. I don't hate them like a lot of people do, but I find them weird, and I do kind of prefer metric units for most things. No, the Fourier transform? Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, we're working on that. So let me go ahead and increase the number of time points here to, let's do 50 now. So this means that it'll be increasing. Oh, actually, there's 4. So we probably want to do multiple of 4. So we could do 40 or 80. Let's do 80. Okay, so this means for 20 time steps, it will be increasing. For 20 time steps, it will be decreasing, then increasing again, and then decreasing again. That's what we're looking for. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at this frequency here. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to change this frequency. So it's 2 plus max frequency times I. 2 plus max frequency times time steps divided by 2 minus I. 2 plus max frequency times I minus time steps over 2. Okay, so there's something weird going on here. Oh, there's probably a +1 that I'm missing. Yeah, I bet that's the case. There's probably a +1. Okay, so what we're going to want to do then is, how do we do this? Okay, so if I is less than div time steps over 4. Yep, okay, so I'm going to change this so it's less than or equal to here. And then it is greater than or equal to there. Sorry, there. That's what I'm looking for. Let's try this. So I'm going to do include FFT animation. It'll create a whole bunch more plots, so it'll take just slightly longer, but it won't be that big of a deal. Yeah, US customary is garbage. Or I timeout y'all kappa. Wait, what? What are we talking about? Let's not do that. This discussion again. Yeah, I'm not going to have this discussion again. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of not worth it. But I do know that like there's like differences between like a pint in the UK and a pint in the US or something like this. There's somehow slight differences between like what people consider pints in different areas or something like this. I remember people were talking about alcohol that they were drinking in different locations, and for some reason they were getting less alcohol at some location than other locations. I don't remember. It was some sort of thing like that. I don't remember much about it at all. It was a discussion that I remember was had. I don't remember anything else about it. That is all I know. Let's see. Let's not US customary is garbage or a timeout. Y'all kappa. Let's pop over here. Let's go into Mirage frequency here. Okay, so here's the frequency space. It is increasing a bit. Yep, that's kind of what you expect. Oh, it's doing that weird thing. Now it's decreasing again. Nice. Now it is increasing again, and it is decreasing again. That seems fine. Although for some reason so it's increasing. Yep. Then it is decreasing. Yep. Then it is. Okay, is that correct? Is it supposed to go all the way down there? Let me see. Where did it start? It started on... No, it's not supposed to go that low. Why is it going that low? Okay, so anyway, this is like a frequency of 2 pi, basically. And then it increases, and then it decreases. But for some reason, it goes from like a frequency of, what is this? 1, 2, 3.5 pi to 1 pi. Then it's 2 pi, then 3 pi, then 4 pi, then 5 pi, then 6 pi, so on and so forth. This is really weird. Is this correct? So this is 2 pi. This is 1, 2, 3.5 pi? What is going on here? These frequencies seem really weird. So this is 1, 2, 3.5 pi. All right, there's something weird going on with these frequencies. I don't know what's going on here. Can we talk about more interesting units, though? Yeah, it could be. I talk about whatever you want. I don't mind. Yeah, there's something clearly going on here. I'm not sure what the deal is. CE252, thanks so much for coming in. Have a wonderful evening or afternoon. I guess it's afternoon your time. Yeah, there's something clearly going wrong with these frequencies. So there's two things I don't like about this visualization so far. The first thing is that this plot is super weird. It's going from 5, see, the maximum of this plot is going from like 0.5 to 0.2, 0.5 to 0.2. That's super weird. I think maybe we can make this better by increasing the temporal or the spatial resolution here. So let me go ahead and try that. Increasing the number of points to 1,000, and then we'll go from there. Maybe that will help with the time resolution. Now, the other thing too is this frequency is super weird. It's doing something I don't really like. So we say 2 plus the maximum frequency times I divided by time steps over 4. I see. So because the maximum frequency is going to be, I see what I need to do here. So let's do DD here. Let's double the resolution here. So let's change this to 2,000. And the maximum frequency here is, I'm going to change this to a maximum frequency of 80. And let me just see what's going on here. So we're going to include FFT animation.jl, and I'm going to see if we can figure out how to solve the primary issues here. So, okay, so there's like 3 issues. The first of which is that in frequency space, the peaks are just like, for some reason, becoming very large at some cases, and they're very small in other cases. Like they're basically big, small, big, small, big, small, which is really weird. Then the next thing that's super weird is that the frequencies themselves are for some reason going lower than they should in certain cases, and that needs to be fixed too. Yeah, so those are kind of the big problems that I'm looking at right now. Let me go ahead and get another sip of water, and then we'll keep going, and hopefully we'll get this animation done. This animation is taking forever, and it shouldn't take this long. But hey, it is what it is. Sometimes they take forever. Okay, we are still letting this guy do its thing. I guess because I increased the spatial resolution a bit, it took a little bit longer. Mirage images frequency. Okay, see, this is smooth. That's what I was expecting. It's quite smooth. Okay, nice. That's super smooth. Okay, and so this guy's going from a frequency of 1 to, looks like 3 pi, which is fair. 4 pi, 5. Yeah, so I think I know what the problem was. And then it goes back down. Okay, now this is the part I don't like. It goes from a frequency of 3 pi to a frequency of 2 pi. Oh, maybe this is okay. No, this is the frequency of 6 pi, actually. So it goes from 6 pi to 2 pi. That's why it's so weird. And then we go back up. So then it goes from 2 pi to, again, 6 pi. What is this guy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 pi. So this is 3 pi, 5 pi. No, 6 pi. I have to think about this. 6 pi, 10 pi. So what is this guy then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so it's increasing by 4 pi every time. So that means we're at 2 pi. And so then this guy should be at... Yeah, okay, so this is actually correct. It's increasing by 4 pi every time. So this is actually fine. So it's increasing, and then it's decreasing again. The thing is, we just went 1 time step too low. Yeah, okay, I may be okay with this. So it starts here, goes back down, goes there, goes back down. That's okay. I just need to get it to start a little bit earlier. Yeah, okay, I'm okay with this. We have to work with the visualization a bit, but it's ultimately okay. I'm kind of happy with that. Cool, okay, we're working on it. It's Engineering 101, dude. This is super simple, I know, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get a good visualization of this. I realize that this is like incredibly basic stuff, and I do apologize for that. Okay, so now we're gonna do, let's see, 2 times max frequency of I. What I should probably do is it should probably be I minus 1 for this guy. Yeah, it should be I minus 1, I think. Yeah, but then we're gonna miss something. So I guess we're gonna have to do I minus 1 for all of these guys. So let's change all these guys to I minus 1. Or I do this. If I do I minus 1 here, there. 1 second. There. Man, the off by 1 error is just, they always bug me a bit. Try that, write this, go over here, and we're gonna do, nope, that's not gonna solve the issue. What am I thinking? I'm an idiot. That's not gonna solve the issue. Ah. I'm gonna have to put an I-1 in all of these guys. That's fine. Ah, now I have to put an I-1 everywhere. That's fine. Fourier transform was in debate for years. Not simple by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, I guess that's maybe fair. I mean, a lot of people obviously are struggling with Fourier transforms. I mean, it's one reason why, I mean, we've gotten so many requests. I mean, why the Fourier transform is like the #1 chapter in the algorithm archive right now, and why I really want to update it, because it just needs updating. Like, it was maybe fine when I wrote it initially, but that was when the algorithm archive was a different project. Now it's changed, and now we have to kind of make it much higher quality. It's currently, in my opinion, the worst chapter in the algorithm archive, the Fourier transform chapter, and I think that needs to be updated. Okay, so let's see, I-1, and let's also do an I-1 down here. Okay, so we're gonna do, let's see, what do I want here? In Julia, include fftanimation.jl, and hopefully this has a smooth transition from one frequency to the next frequency. And then if that's smooth, then we'll go ahead and modify this so it does some super weird things, and we'll see how this goes. Fourier transforms of vectors were hard to wrap my head around. Yeah, that's fair. Also, the title is FFT, but the file name is Coolituki. Triggers me every time I see it. Agreed. There's stuff that we need to update there. I need to create a general FFT chapter and a general Fourier transform chapter, and then one subchapter for the FFT section that is Coolituki, so we can cover other FFT methods when they come. You know, and that's just, it is what it is. You know, it's hard to do, but we need to get it done. Okay, keep working on this. Come on. Once this is done, I think we're very close to finishing up this animation, and I'm pretty happy with how it's turning out. So I think we're okay with getting this animation done, but there's like literally 5 more animations to do. So like I said, I'm going to be doing a long stream tomorrow where we do, let's see, so this goes up and back down and up and back down, and it goes, yep, it starts low, goes high again, goes back low, it goes all the way down to, yep, seems good to me, high, and then back low. Good, 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 good. So that's exactly what I want to see. So it looks like this visualization is getting there, and now we just have to keep working on it a bit. I think we can finish up this animation for today. The main algorithm for AI is gradient descent. Yeah, this is also true. Gradient descent is a huge chapter though. Like there's so much to do here because we have gradient descent, we have Nelder-Mead, all the optimal control methods. Like I have a very specific way in which I want to do the optimal control methods. Because there's just a lot of stuff to do here, and historically speaking, it's an incredibly interesting area of just algorithm development. You know, like obviously we have Nelder-Mead back in the 1960s, and this has developed further into a whole bunch of other really cool algorithms out there. And there's just so much to cover. It's just hard. There's so much to do. And again, this is one of those things, like it just takes me forever to do this type of stuff. I mean, you guys see the amount of work that goes into every chapter in the algorithm archive. And it's just hard to do sometimes. So we're going to say down here, A is going to be equal to this. So I'm going to go ahead and create 2 more. I'm going to go ahead and create 2 more vectors here. Real quick. DD there, DD there, and we're just going to do yank. We'll do paste there. And paste here, and we're going to do A, B, C, B, and C. Okay, so we're going to have A, B, and C, and they're all going to be of different frequencies, so we're going to say this is 0.5 times that, and then here we're going to say 0.5 times that. And then down here we're going to do, let's see. So if it increases by 4 pi every time, then what we want to do is, well, let's do 0.5 and 0.25. And let's just see what these look like. Okay, and now what we're going to do is basically add all these guys together. So A is going to be equal to yank and paste it up here too. And we're going to see what this visualization looks like. Let's go over here. Let's run include FFT animation.jl and see how this goes. A sort that doesn't care about losing data. Oh, that would probably not be too useful. Hey, do you know of any good lossy sorts aside from the naive drop sort? I don't know anything about lossy sorts, honestly. I didn't even think they were an area. But yeah, compression, I could see these being useful in compression. That's totally fair. But I can't think of any other areas where these might be incredibly useful. Okay, so what I might also want to do after this visualization is I might want to take a look at the, I'm not sure. If no coffee and bouncing off walls equals true, then cocaine equals true. I don't know if that's syntactically correct what you just wrote there, but I also don't know if it's logically correct. If the retention rate is high enough, sometimes you don't care about losing data. Maybe you just wanted a sorted sample of a large sorted list. Yeah, that's fair enough. I guess I could see that. Image frequency, say we're going up, we're going back down, then we're going up and we should see 3 frequencies. We do see 3 frequencies, and then we're going back down. Okay, so we need to update that, but it goes up, goes back down, and we go back down to 2 pi, and then we should see increasing and doing some weird things with the frequency, and then it should be going back down. Okay, so let's take a look at these 3 frequencies that we have here in the frequency space. So it looks to me like we should probably be... Yeah, we should probably be choosing some better frequencies here. But it doesn't look, I mean, it doesn't look so bad, I guess. Yeah, it looks kind of bad. Okay, so let's try doing something else then. What we're going to do is we're going to double this guy. So we're going to say 2 and 4. Down here we're going to do 2 and 4 again. Okay, so we're going to do, let's see, include FFT animation.jl, and we'll take a look at this again. I still can't draw sign by hand. Don't worry, I can't either. I don't think, it's hard to draw. Like, it always looks funny whenever I draw anything by hand. That's why I do everything in code. Like, even all of my animations are all in code because I just can't draw by hand. I'm trying to program Tetris in Rust, and I got an interesting error. Thread main panicked at index out of bounds. The length is 20, but the index is... Oh, this could be because you're grabbing a negative index, or it could be because you're grabbing a random index. I'm not sure. Opening file. Too many open files. What? Okay. Control D. Julia, let's try that again. I don't think I've ever gotten this error before. What does it mean, too many open files? Let me go ahead and run htop while this is running. Are we using a large number of RAM? It doesn't seem like we're using too much RAM. It seems fine. Huh. I don't understand what was happening there. Did Julia just like hold a bunch of values in memory for a while? I don't know. I don't know what was happening there. Let's see if we get the same error again. No idea. Air cushion schematics, I do not have any of that. Nope, I have this. I have distro. But that's basically it. That's all I have. I don't have any other like really cool commands or anything like that. If you're asking for computer specifications, it should be directly under my stream. So here's my stream down here. You should see most of that down here. So computer specs, Intel i7 5820K, 32 gigabytes DDR4, GTX 970, somewhere in there. If you're looking for more information there. Okay. There is a slight change to the FAQ. I mean, in principle, I do take donations now, but that's fine. It's a lot of RAM, but I use it a lot. When I'm doing a lot of the rendering for my videos and stuff, sometimes I use a lot of the RAM. In fact, some of the animations that we've done here on stream have used up all of my RAM. So it happens. 32 gigabytes is nothing. I mean, granted, I'm very biased because I'm used to working on supercomputers. So like when I'm looking at this little computer here, it's like, it's nothing. It's such a small device. But then I think a lot of people they think it's really big. So here we have the frequency going up and down. Then we should see 3 frequencies. Nice. And then it goes back down. Wonderful. Okay, so we have frequency going up, frequency going down. Then we should see like some crazy frequencies going on. Yeah, all right. And then going back down. Okay, cool. Cool. So now we have our visualization working. So here's kind of the idea of the visualization, right? So we have some sort of low frequency signal, increasing and decreasing, and showing that, hey, if you increase and decrease a signal, you get one peak in frequency space, and if you increase and decrease 3 signals, you get 3 different peaks. Here's our 1 signal, and then here is our 3 signals. Now I feel like this transition from here to here could probably be a bit smoother. So what I might do is I might decrease the maximum frequency. So let's go into ftAnimation.jl, and let's decrease the maximum frequency to 40. And also let's go ahead and do this res over 4. Let's write this, and let's just do ftAnimation.jl. Let's see what happens. I'm used to using supercomputers, attempting to donate through cool math, a tidbit. Have you ever seen log n Fibonacci? I have not, maybe. Until i7-5820K. Thanks, JSPP. I really appreciate that. Razer Naga mouse, Intuos 4. Oh, that's actually changed. I don't use the Razer Naga mouse anymore. I now use a trackball. I have upgraded. So here's my Razer Naga. Here's my Razer Naga. I guess it's just... Oh, can I show it to you guys? Oh, I might not be able to. It might be stuck. Here's my Razer Naga. I haven't used it in like a year. It's just, it is what it is. Like, I switched to a trackball, so let me see, can I show you that? Maybe? So here's my new mouse. It's wonderful. I don't know why, I like it more. It is what it is. Let's pop over here and let's see what we got here. So Mirage Images frequency. So we see we're going up in frequency, down in frequency, up in frequency, down in frequency. Nice. Oh, wait, what? Up, down. Up, down, up, down. Oh, I see. I see. I might have written down more images. That's because I think I've screwed this up. So time steps should be 80, but maximum frequency should be 40. Let's try this again. ftAnimation.jl, and let's go from there. Razer Naga mouse into... I still use the tablet. The tablet's still here. I just use the keyboard, screw the mouse. Man, I know that feel. I know that feels so much. Every day, I kind of wish I could get rid of the mouse completely. And I gotta be honest, this trackball is super nice. I love having this ball here. It's so, I don't know, it just feels good. Like, I know a lot of people, like, they think that the trackballs are just, like, old-fashioned and just, like, you know, not worth it. But this guy's, it's nice. It's super nice. Ultimate Hacking Keyboard. Let's take a look. After saying that, I think I just screwed up my mouse. Okay, let's try it again. UltimateHackingKeyboard.com. I'll take a look at this website. Seems legit. All right, pop over here, UltimateHackingKeyboard.com. By the way, we are running into the end of stream today, in about 5 to 10 minutes. Oh yeah, I've seen this guy. Super cool. But yeah, so I'm running into the end of stream in about 5 to 10 minutes. If you have something or someone that you want to host or raid at the end of stream, let me know now. Again, we still have 5 to 10 minutes, so we're still okay. But I will be finishing up soon. Okay, so as far as this is concerned, oh, also, I will be live tomorrow. I will be live for longer than normal tomorrow. I would like to stream from 5 o'clock a.m. Japanese Standard Time to at least 9 or 10 o'clock a.m. Japanese Standard Time. So this is going to be a 5-hour stream, although ideally I'd like to make it a 7-hour stream tomorrow and stream until noon. We'll see how far it goes, but it will be a bit of a longer stream tomorrow when we're just completely revising all the Fourier transform stuff. We want the chapter to be finished by the end of this weekend. That's what I'm shooting for. And I'm really hoping that we can get that done. So I'm really just trying to see how fast we can go with algorithm archive development without really inhibiting quality, you know, and that's what we're trying to do here. Is it one of those ergonomic keyboards? Yeah, I've seen those too. I don't know whether I should get one or not. So let's do Mirage Images frequency here. So we're going to increase and decrease as we expected. Then we're going to increase and decrease again as we expected. Increase and decrease. Nice. Okay. Increase. Yep, okay. I'm okay with that. And decrease again. Nice, okay. I think this is okay. I mean, it's not the best image ever, but it's not bad. Okay, so we can modify this and make this work for what we need. Now, the last thing we need to do is basically add the X and Y axes down here, but we're ultimately okay. So what are we looking at here? We're looking at the time domain. So what I need to do is actually describe this in terms of, I guess you could say, not Gaussian waves. What are they called? Gaussian, not Gaussian. Why am I thinking Gaussian? Fourier, what are they called? Fourier analysis, like each one of these individual elements in the frequency domain. that should say frequency domain. Each one of these elements in the frequency domain is itself a wave in the time domain. So that means like this is a wave of sine 2 pi or something like that, 4 pi or whatever. This is a wave of sine 2 pi right here. And so I need to just I need to find a better way of visualizing this. So we're going to say frequency domain. Okay, so small scale updates to do here, but for the most part, I'm pretty happy with how this visualization is turning out. And hopefully we'll keep working on this. You get this, no mouse needed. Open link. Oh man, oh man, oh man. I have this on my laptop, which is just over here. And I gotta be honest, the nib, I'm not sure if I like the nib or not. I'm split on that one. Don't get me wrong, like it can be useful, but I'm still just kind of split on it a bit, you know? I haven't quite decided whether it's worth it or not. So I end up just using the touchpad most of the time, but sometimes I really wish I could use the nib. I have trouble scrolling with the nib. You know, here, what I've done is I've created a special X key hotbind or whatever, such hotkey bind? I created a special key binding such that pressing the forward button here, or back button? Yeah, it must be the back button. Pressing the back button here will actually create or allow me to scroll, you know? Meanwhile, pressing both buttons at the same time will do the equivalent of the back button. And, oh, it's just so weird. Why did I have it set up that way? Anyway, I have it set up that way. That's how I have it set up. I don't know why. Louis Rossmann keyboard? Could be. Don't you dare disrespect the Think nipple. It's weird. Don't tell me it's not weird. It is weird. I don't know. I really don't watch him. Yeah, so I know Louis Rossmann. He's really cool. Like, he does a lot of the, like, kind of open hardware, not open hardware, but, like, right to repair. That's what it's called. So if you have a computer, you have the right to repair the computer, and he teaches people how to do the repairs. And I think that's really cool. Like, in principle, I really like the guy. I like people like that try to argue for openness and try to argue for, you know, people having rights to their devices and stuff like that. I have the fear that I would throw my Mac away if I watch him too much. No, I think it's the opposite, right? Like, I think he shows you how to fix Macs up, which is better than anyone else does, honestly. I don't think I know anyone else that knows as much about Mac repair and has showed as much to people about Mac repair as he has. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and commit this as we have it set. So let me go ahead and do, yeah, we'll just go ahead and edit. Git add FFT animation .jl git commit -m adding animation. We'll say, I'm not going to say it's a finished animation. So we'll say draft animation for FFT chapter. Small touch-ups. Come on, left. Something like this, why not? Git push. Git push origin master. So it's available now on the Simuleos directory or Simuleos repository on GitHub if you're interested. Some of my friends fix laptops, etc. because they can. It sure ain't because they can't afford to buy new laptops. You know, honestly, I'm kind of the same way. Did you watch him? I didn't watch him too much. That's correct. Maybe I should watch him more. I have the fear that I would throw my Mac away. Okay, so I did actually fix a laptop one time by, what was the problem? So I actually had to solder some wires together to fix a laptop once. So what happened was, the power button wasn't correctly attached to the motherboard or whatever of the laptop. So basically I had to, I took some old lab wires that we had from, you know, the lab, you know, like those little yellow, red, and blue wires that you get that are supposed to attach breadboard circuits together. And I took these and I soldered them into basically the power, the output of the power button, and attached them to the appropriate, like the appropriate area in on the motherboard such that it would start up. And I felt like such a pro, basically, because like it was the first time I ever had to solder things together to get a computer to work, and it was super cool. And like when I got the computer to work, I was so excited about it. I'd spent like the entire day just trying to get it to work. And then finally I got it to work, and I was super excited about it because it took me forever to figure out what the problem was and how to fix it and all this kind of stuff. And then, you know, you get it to work, and it's just super exciting working on hardware. I don't know why. Some of my friends fix laptops, etc. Let's see. I have a feeling he hates Apples and Macs. I mean, he doesn't like the policy of Apple to kind of inhibit people to fix their own devices type of thing. My friends have a bunch of ThinkPad W series and P series laptops. Okay guys, so I think this is it for the day. We got the animation more or less working. We've got a whole bunch of other animations to work on. I do understand that. But tomorrow we'll be live, and basically I want to do as much of the revision I can live in front of you guys, and we'll go from there. Hold up. Let me send you a thing. I'll give you a few minutes. Yeah, my friends all have them too. My friend's husband fixed laptops and lab equipment during his break from neurosurgery. Man, that guy sounds amazing. Even though Lenovo F's the ThinkPad series up. Yeah, that's true too. Like this, to be fair, I think the version I have is probably the worst version that there is. It's X240S. It's not great. Overleaf read. Yeah, I'll take a look at this. Okay. Come on, Overleaf. Do your thing. Yes, this is LaTeX, obviously. This will, okay, long time Fibonacci. Define evil. December 27th. This approach will allow the nth Fibonacci number, AN, to be calculated in log n time. Huh, okay. Oh, this is super interesting. So letting 011A first check. So now the XPS is go-to. I don't know. I haven't done XPS in a while either. I had to do it for homework, cut it out and put it in a standalone. Yeah, okay, this is quite nice. I can't guarantee I can follow it exactly right now, but I can try to take a look at it in a bit. There's also something else I needed to look at. What else was it? Oh yeah, the YouTube Rewind. Okay, so I have some things to look at. What is Lenovo even doing anymore? Let me take a look. This is quite nice. Thanks a lot for sharing that. I really appreciate it, Define Evil. X30 Yoga. So the yoga books are different than the ThinkPads, though. I mean, like, they are for a different audience, you know? My brother really wanted a yoga book. To be fair, though, early on, like this ability, the ability for my laptop to, here, let me show you something. This is ridiculous. I don't know why my laptop does this at all. Like, it's just dumb. I mean, don't get me wrong. I guess it's not the worst thing in the world, but like, let me go ahead and pull out my laptop that I'm using right now. So here's my laptop that I'm using right now. I can put it completely flat. Like, of all the features to give to a notebook, like, this is a weird feature to give it. Like, I don't understand why you would do that. And the 360 thing is also quite weird. Like, why? Am I just gonna be like on a wall someday and I'm just gonna be like, I don't know. It's just weird. All right, guys, I'm out for now. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Let's see who we're gonna raid at the end of stream real quick. So let's see who's live. Let's see. So we've got Oh Bother. Hey, we haven't done Oh Bother actually in a while. Why don't we do Oh Bother? That seems fine. We can do Skylius too. Jessica Mack. Yeah, we'll do Oh Bother. I feel like it's, oh, actually Hex is live. What about Hex? I feel like, you know, he's always in chat. Let's see. Reactor taking screenshots. What do we have going on here? Yeah, how about we do Hex? I feel like that'd be nice. The ThinkPads are basically a money-making thing. All those techies love them like Apple fanboys love Macs. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Are you guys okay with that? I feel like it's... Why not? Keep it the main. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, thanks so much for coming in. Yeah, we'll try Hex today. Okay, guys, thanks so much for coming in. Have a wonderful day, night, afternoon, morning, evening, whatever time it happens to be your time. And I will see you next time for the next episode of Simuleos, which will, again, be a long stream. We're just going to hammer out the FFT chapter, see what we can get done. I'm really going to try to do more long streams in 2019. The ones that I have done, I've been very happy with. And I just want to do more of them, you know? Like, that's just kind of get more into the streaming habit, you know? Do this more often. And that's kind of what we'll try to do. Okay, guys, thanks again, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.